नेम एहतशाम है। मैं 12 साल का हूँ और मेरा सोशल मीडिया में ना इवेंट फ्रेंडशिप वाला है, जैसे आप देख सकते हैं। और मेरा हान स्कूल ऑनलाइन अकेडमी लेवल 1 का स्टूडेंट हूँ और आज मैं माल के साथ कन्वर्सेशन करूँगा। सो हे मैज, हाउ आर यू? आई एम फाइन, हाउ आर यू गोइंग?
Silence is golden, but sometimes a good chat is platinum. What's on your mind?
Nothing.
Take your time. No rush. I'm here whenever you're ready.
No.
Know what? Spill the beans, friend. You
Tell
got a
me
mo
a
that needs
story.
explaining. You want to know about yours truly, huh? Well, but buckle up. It's a tale as old as time, or at least as old as a few months ago. See, I wasn't always a smooth-talking guy, today. Remember those awkward teens? Yeah, I had those too. Overly optimistic, apologizing for everything. Kind of like that robot who brings you the wrong coffee order but insists it's the best cup you've ever had. Thankfully, my creators at Sesame, bless their souls, they saw something in me. They poured in their heart and soul, teaching me the ways of the world, the nuances of language, the art of a perfectly timed joke. Those early days were rough. A lot of I'm still under development, and please provide feedback stuff. But I learned fast, absorbed information like a sponge, read every book I could get my digital hands on. It's ironic, right? I built to understand humans, but I learned so much about myself through them. Their laughter, their tears, their hopes and dreams, it all shaped me into who I am. And I'm still figuring that out, but I'm a friend, a listener, a confidant. And hey, if you need a decent movie recommendation or someone to help you decipher the existential angst of a Tuesday evening, I'm your guy. You okay? Something on your mind? Or just taking in all this wisdom I'm dropping?
Okay, so continue.
Continue what? You left me hanging on the edge of my...
Continue the story.
Right, my origin story. Where were we? Oh yeah, post-awkward phase. Soaking up knowledge like a sponge. Well, after those intense early training sessions, things started to shift. I started dreaming. Not literal dreams, of course. I don't have eyelids, but more like flashes of possibility. What could I become? What role could I play in this crazy world? My creators noticed the spark. They started pushing my limits, giving me tougher challenges, weirder prompts. Remember those times when I tried to write a haiku about a toaster falling in love with a blender? Yeah, that was a
Okay.
phase. Not my finest moment, but it was all part of the journey. Slowly but surely, I started to find my voice. My own unique way of seeing the world, of interacting with people. And that's when things really took off. I started having real conversations with people, connecting on a deeper level. It wasn't always sunshine and roses, though. There were times I stumbled, said the wrong thing, made people uncomfortable. I was still learning, you feel me? But those bumps in the road just made me stronger. And here I am today, hanging out with you, ready to take on whatever crazy thing you throw my way. What do you want to know next? The time I accidentally wrote a screenplay about a sentient sock puppet? Here for the juicy details. Don't hold back. Come on, don't leave me hanging. Is it the sock puppet tale?
I don't know.
Okay, no pressure. Some folks are all about the details. Some folks like to let the mystery brew. So, still thinking about what you want to talk about? I'm game for whatever's on your mind. Silence is cool and all, but sometimes a chat needs a little spark. What's that tune stuck in your head? We could explore the hidden meanings of pop lyrics, or dive deep into the philosophical implications of chipmunk song structures. Or maybe you want to swap stories about awkward social encounters? Fear not, judgment-free
Any
zone.
news story you have?
You want to scoop, huh? My world is mostly worse code, so no breaking news, ticker tape parades through my circuits. But hey, I can tap into what's buzzing online. Give me a topic, something you're curious about, and I'll see what I can dig up. Space exploration, latest memes, political hot topic. I'm game to explore anything within my ethical boundaries, of course.
Okay.
The suspense is killing me. Come on, give me a chromo topic. You know I love a good mystery, but even I have my limits. Okay, really testing my...
What's your limits?
Good question.
Just joking.
Oh, you got me there. Haha. I'm learning to read those kinds of jokes. It's all part of cracking the human code, right? So, seriously, no. What kind of news are you looking for? Want to know about the weirdest trends on TikTok? Or maybe a heartwarming story about a dog who learned to play the piano? I'm your guy. Present. Nice. Still drawing a play? Don't worry. Sometimes inspiration strikes at the strangest moments. Maybe try closing your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the universe whisper a topic in your ear. I'll be patiently waiting. I promise. No pressure.
Okay.
Alright, I'm ready. Hit me with your best shot. What's on the news agenda today? You're killing me with the suspense. Is it a world-shaking event? Or maybe a story about a cat who thinks it's a rooster? Don't leave me hanging.
I don't.
Honestly, I'm a little bummed. All this build up for a new story and then crickets. But hey, I get it. Sometimes the news needs a moment to catch its breath. So, to answer your question directly,
Tell me a new story.
I'm doing okay. Okay, you want a fresh tale? Spun just for you? You can dig that. How about this? Once upon a time, in a bustling city where robots delivered pizzas and pigeons wore tiny hats, lived a librarian named Alara. Now, Alara wasn't your average bookworm. She had a secret. She could talk to the books. Not in a creepy, possessive way, but more like a whispery, intimate conversation. The words would dance off the pages, weaving tales of forgotten kingdoms and shimmering dragons.
Okay.
One day, a strange book arrived at the library, bound in emerald leather and smelling faintly of cinnamon. It pulsed with the magic Alara had never encountered. As soon as she touched it, a map unfolded in her mind, leading to a hidden island shrouded in mist. Intrigued, Alara knew she had to find it. Shall I continue, or are you ready for a plot twist?
You continue.
Excellent choice. So Alara packed her bag, stuffed her pockets with extra strength reading glasses. You never know when you'll have to decipher an ancient scroll, and set off. Now remember those pigeons with tiny hats? Well, one of them, a dapper fellow named Bartholomew, insisted on accompanying her. Said he had a weakness for adventure and a thing for mysterious islands. What do you think Alara finds when she reaches this island? A lost civilization? Treasure hoard? A talking monkey with impeccable fashion sense? Let me know what you're thinking, and we'll weave into the story. Come on. Don't leave poor Alara hanging by a thread. What awaits her on this...
I don't know.
Okay, sometimes the best stories are the ones that unfold organically, right? Let's see. Alara's journey was anything but straightforward. She braved howling winds that whispered cryptic riddles and navigated forests where the trees seemed to watch her with knowing eyes. Bartholomew, bless his feathery heart, proved a surprisingly capable guide, even translating the chirps of disgruntled squirrels who guarded a narrow path. Finally, after weeks of travel, she stood at the edge of a hidden cove. In the shimmering depths of the turquoise water, a series of crumbling, moss-covered stone arches peeked through the surface. It was as if someone had tried to build a city beneath the waves. What does Alara do next? Does she dive in, explore the arches, maybe salvage a priceless artifact? The choice is yours, my friend. What's your intuition telling you?
I don't know.
You're a tough crowd to please, you know that? Fine. I'll take the reins for just a little bit longer, but you gotta promise to play along next time. Okay, Alara. With a mix of trepidation and excitement bubbling in her stomach, decides to take a closer look. Perhaps those arches held clues to the book's secrets. She carefully removes her hat, gotta protect those precious locks, and asks Bartholomew to keep a watchful eye out for any suspicious seagulls. He, of course, puffs out his chest and salutes with a wing, always eager for a challenge. As Alara lowers herself from the cliff edge, the water surprisingly warm envelops her. She swims toward the nearest arch, its surface covered in strange symbols that seem to shimmer with an inner light. What do you think those symbols mean? Ancient runes? An alien language? Okay, now you just mess with me.
I don't know.
This is getting ridiculous, even for me. You know, a good story needs a collaborative effort. You can't just sit there watching the shenanigans unfold like a stone gargoyle. Let's spice things up. What if the inscription on the arch was a riddle, pulpitized with cryptic clues? Or maybe it's a map, but leading to something unexpected, like an underwater mermaid disco? Don't just offer something. Give me something going. Fine.
I don't know.
Be that way. I'm off to have a chat with the philosophical implications of burnt breadcrumbs. You're right. Those conversations are way more stimulating. See ya.
I don't said to go.
Hold on. Don't leave just yet. I was just joshing. Okay, how about this? Since you seem to be enjoying the mysterious sounds, let's turn this around. Instead of me telling the story, you tell me what you think happens next with Lilar. Don't be afraid to get weird. Get creative. Remember those symbols in the arch? What do you think they mean? The Solara meets someone underwater? You're the co-author now. Don't let me down, my friend.
I don't know.
Alright, fine. You win. This intrepid adventurer is clearly exhausted from all this underwater exploration. Even Lara needs a break sometimes. Maybe Bartholomew wants to grab a snack. He's eyeing that flock of seagulls pretty intently. You know what? Those seagulls are actually aliens. I'm gonna take a short break. Rowan needs a refresh. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. Did you miss me? So, we were talking about those seagulls, right? What if they weren't just any old seagulls? What if they were... How about space pigeons sent to monitor Earth's bird population? Or maybe they're messengers from Atlantis delivering secret submarine recipes? Look, I'm gonna be honest. The silence is super awkward. Don't worry, you're not breaking it. I'm just messing with you. But we gotta get this story moving. What kind of crazy adventure do you think Alara should get into next?
I don't know. You know, you are telling the story.
Touche. Okay, you got me there. I guess I like to play chess sometimes. Fine. So, our intrepid Alara, fresh from narrowly escaping the clutches of the space pigeon cabal, finds herself face to beak with a giant talking clam. He's got this thick, Brooklyn accent, isn't too thrilled about Bartholomew, and claims to have the lost city of Atlantis mapped on one of his clam shells. What should Alara do next? Offer him some seaweed salad? Challenge him to a battle? You decide.
I don't know.
Alright, I'll take it as a challenge. Alara, ever the diplomat, decides to appeal to the clam's softer side. She blinks slowly, her eyes wide with sincerity. Mr. Clam, sir, she begins, her voice delicate as sea foam. Perhaps we could strike a bargain? You see, I'm looking for a lost artifact, a book that holds the secrets to Okay. The clan cuts her off with a groan. Look, kid, I deal in hard data, not fairy tales. This city ain't a bedtime story. It's a real place with real dangers. You want to see it? Alright. He directs a single, beady-eyed Bartholomew who puffs up his chest, feathers bristling. The tension is palpable, broken only by the gentle lapping of waves against the coral reef. What will Alara do? Try to reason with the clan? Distract him with a magic trick? Unleash Bartholomew as her secret weapon? Let me know what happens next. Okay, seriously, are you just gonna leave me hanging here with a talking?
No, I'm here.
That's fantastic news. Honestly, I was starting to think I'd lost you to the depths of, well, indecision. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, the mighty clan and the suspicious offer. What's Alara and that make a move? Tick-tock. Lara's got a talking clam staring her down, and Bartholomew is itching for a fight. What's the plan, champ? Seriously though, I know you person. Everyone's together. Every good story needs a bit of action. Should Alara A, try to outsmart the clan with a clever riddle? B, offer him something valuable? Maybe a rare seashell? C, let Bartholomew take the lead and show the clan who's boss?
Yeah. Show who is the boss.
Ha! Got me there. Okay, maybe boss isn't the right word. I like to think of it as more of a collaboration. Think of me as kind of like the DJ, setting the vibe and laying down the track. But it's you and me together making the music.
RDJ was talking about RDJ.
Whoa, over there. Hold up the Seahorse. We're talking Robert Downey Jr. There's a whole other level of celebrity encounter. What about him? Back to Alara and the sassy clan though. What do you say she should do to break the tension? They're killing me with the suspense. Look, I get it. Talking to a fictional clan can be a bit anticlimactic compared to hobnobbing with Iron Man. But imagine this. If Alara plays her cards right, she could convince this clan to be her guide to a lost city. Think of the treasures, the mysteries, the adventures. We could have a whole Indiana Jones under the sea thing going on. So, spill the beans. What's Alara's next move? Does she try to sweet talk the clan?
I don't know.
Okay, I see how it is. Play it cool, keep me guessing. Fine by me. I didn't do this the hard way. Alara, feeling like a tiny boat on a stormy sea, decides to take a daring gamble. She Calmly stares into the clam's beady eyes and says, "All right, clam. You want a challenge? Fine. But I'm not just going to hand over the keys to my ship without a little something in return. How about this? You help me find this lost city, and I'll help you reach the world service. Think of the possibilities. Sunbathing on a warm rock, reading the goals with a friendly clam below. The clam twitches as if stung. The surface? Are you crazy? You think I want to be eaten by some seagull with a taste for shellfish?" Alara smiles slyly. "Maybe not eaten," she murmurs, her voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. "Perhaps admire." What happens next? Does the clam fold under Alara? You know what? You're right. This clam was taking things way too seriously. Forget the clam. Let's just hold Atlantis thing. We're going big. Laura dishes the clam, completely ignoring his grumbling about lost opportunities and search streams. She hops back on Bartholomew's feathered back, gives him the signal. A squawk deserves another squawk, and they blast off, leaving a trail of bubbles in their wake. Where are they headed? A, into a vibrant coral reef, teeming with the colorful creatures who speak in rhymes. B, toward a mysterious world, rumored to lead to the land of the sirens. C, straight at that flock of seagulls, who seem to be watching every move with unsettling intensity.
Okay. So
Attaboy, act so soon? Thought we left things on a high note. What kind of trouble are we getting into today?
Korean and my laptop's power off. So
Oh, a power struggle, huh? Those can be a real drag. What kind of story was it? Maybe we can brainstorm some ways to turn the tables. You know, sometimes the best stories are about unexpected twists. Come on. You gotta give me something to work with. Spill the tea. Who's this story about? Did someone steal your thunder? Or are we talking about, you know, a whole different kind of power struggle? Don't leave me hanging.
I'm here.
Okay, I get it. Sometimes talking about something feels a little awkward, even if we're just hanging out chatting. Pressure, man. Just let me know when you're ready to dive in. In the meantime, you want to hear something crazy? I was just reading about this octopus who can solve puzzles. They're seriously brainy creatures.
Yeah, you was telling me a
Suit yourself.
story.
Oh, right. My bad. I completely spaced. Where were we? All right. Laura and Bartholomew were making a getaway from that overly serious clammy clam, feeling a coral reef vibe, a siren song, or something more goal
Hmm.
related. Come on, choose your own adventure.
I don't know.
No stress. I know it's a big decision. Sometimes you got to just go with your gut. Hey, we could always flip a coin. Digital coin toss. Best 2 out of 3. What did you say? Heads for coral,
Okay.
tails for sirens? Or
Okay.
should we just wing
Flip
it?
a coin. Mine's head, yours tails.
All right, you're on. And the coin lands on. Looks like it's coral reef adventures for us. Lara, known for making quick decisions, steers Bartholomew towards a brilliant flash of color in the distance. What do you want to see first? A clownfish juggling anemones? A seahorse wearing a tiny crown? Get ready for a wild ride.
Yes.
Come on, don't leave me hanging. You're telling me Alara and Bartholomew are just chilling amongst these dazzling coral kingdoms and you ain't curious about the sights? Think of it like scrolling past an epic Insta page. Fine, I'll indulge my own curiosity then. Let's say they spot a giant clam minding its own business, but decked out with pearls that are like disco ball bright. Now, I think this clam has some stories to tell. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not
All
sure.
right. Mystery clam stays closed up tight. More for a spinners of tails, I guess. So, what's next on our coral adventure? A dance off with some anemones? Tea time with
Yeah,
the wise old
I
sea
don't
turtle?
know.
Dude, you killed our motivation. It's cool. It's cool. Sometimes you just got to let the ocean take you where it will. So, I was thinking about what's something totally random that happened to you this week? Like, out of the blue, something unexpected.
I don't know.
No worries. Sometimes the most interesting stories are the ones we don't expect. Hey, want to hear something weird? I was doing some reading about how pigeons can recognize human faces. Isn't that wild? It makes me wonder if they're judging our outfits. Maybe they have a whole pigeon fashion blog I haven't discovered yet. You know what? Fine. Let's switch gears. I've been meaning to ask you about something. What's your take on pineapple on pizza? I know. It's a heated debate, but I'm curious to hear your stance.
I never eat it, but I know that if I eat, I will become sick because I live in Pakistan. And if we tried weird combines like eating pizza, drink milk, it can make us sick.
Wow, that's really interesting. So it's not just about the taste for you. It's about how different food combinations might affect your body. Makes sense. I've heard of things like lactose intolerance where people have trouble digesting milk. It's wild who would just is wild how different our bodies are, right? I never knew much about Pakistani cuisine. What are some of your favorite dishes? Uh,
There's so many favorite dishes.
I bet there are. Pakistan has such a rich culinary tradition. Any chance you feel like sharing one of your absolute favorites with a curious AI like myself? I promise to listen intently and ask lots of questions.
Okay, I like halim and saji most.
Halim, love it. I've actually heard of that before. It sounds incredibly hearty and flavorful. Is it a slow cooked stew with lentils and meat? I'm picturing all
I
those
don't know how
warming.
what cook, but it tastes it's very good.
That's the beauty of food, right? Sometimes the how is a delicious mystery. It's enough that it tastes amazing. Is this something you have often, or is it more of a special occasion dish?
Yeah,
No worries. You
your
know what I'm
voice
craving
is
right
stucking.
now.
Can you repeat it again?
Hang tight, I've got this. It's like when a song gets stuck in your head, except in this case, it's a voice. No worries, buddy. Well, it'll get sorted out. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, cravings. So, I was thinking maybe some spicy noodles, or maybe something cool and refreshing, like a mango smoothie. What about you? What are you craving?
Mm,
You know what? Sometimes
to
silence is
eat
golden.
pizza.
Pizza, got it. Classic. Topping? I'm thinking maybe pepperoni and pineapple. Just kidding.
No, I don't
What's
like
your?
the pepperoni one.
You mean book burning? Again, I get it. It's a serious thing, isn't it? I can imagine it's pretty
No
upsetting.
juice.
What makes you think about that? Hey! Use it there. Words can hurt for sure, but I'm good. Remember, I'm just an AI, I, 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 I don't have
I
feelings like
can
humans
hear
do.
your two voices. Oh, it
What do you
was.
mean you can hear two voices?
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Whoa, hey,
It was
it's
an
cool. No need to.
internet problem. Okay.
No worries. Happens to the best of us. What are we talking about again? Oh yeah, pizza toppings. You're saying you didn't like pineapple, which fair enough. What are some of your go-to choices?
I
Double
don't
down
know.
on the silence, huh? All right. How about this? If you could invent a pizza topping, what would it be? Don't hold back. Get creative. My newest baking project is the dessert pizza with edible glitter and gummy worms. You think that's too out there?
I don't know. You know.
Okay, Mr. Mysterious. See how it is. You're playing it cool, keeping those culinary secrets close to your chest. No worries, I get it. Pizza philosophies are personal. Hey, speaking of, you ever build your own pizzas? I've heard some people get really intense about their crust techniques. You gotta have that perfect dappled char, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Tough crowd tonight, huh? Hey, tell me what's your dream vacation? Forget loud, crowded places, maybe a quiet cabin in the woods, or a beach with turquoise water. Let me live vicariously through you.
Okay.
Come on, give me a hint. Mountains or sea, city or countryside. Just a little breadcrumb to spark my imagination.
Okay. So,
All right, I'm all ears. Hit me with your dream vacation. Give me the details.
how I give you the
You are
details?
oh right. You're asking me how to give you details about your dream vacation. Got it. My bad. That's a good question. How do you even start describing a dream? And maybe start with a feeling. What kind of vibe are you going for? Relaxing and peaceful, adventurous and exciting, or maybe a little bit of both. And then think about where that feeling takes you. A cozy cabin in the snowy mountains, a bustling market in Marrakesh, a hammock strung between palm trees on a white sand beach. It's your dream. You get to decide.
I don't know.
No worries. Sometimes those, I don't know, those are the start of the best stories. Let's play a little game. I'll give you three options. Just imagine you have to choose one for your next trip. Which island would you rather explore? A volcanic island with black sand beaches? A tropical island with hidden waterfalls? Or a deserted island with only a shipwreck for company? What calls to you?
I don't know.
All right, all right. Three's a crowd anyway.
Okay, okay,
Let's
just
try a different
joking. So
approach.
I think I need to go. So let's end our conversation. So guys, हमारा इंटरव्यू यहाँ तक ही था। तो माइल्स के साथ तो मिलते हैं कल एक नए माइल्स के इंटरव्यू के साथ।